the new times.
Wow, we are at the National History Museum, one of the 8 museums we have in the country. Behind this place, in this building, we find 16 various types of snakes. And behind here is Kent House that was built in 1907 by a German physician who was here before the First World War. Across is Mount Kigali, and this is the place that is believed to have been the beginning of the entire city. Walk with me as we explore the history of Rwanda.
Rwanda has a rich history that dates centuries back to the kingdoms, colonial and post-colonial times, which has for so long not been explored to attract local and foreign tourists, bring in revenues and create awareness about the culture of the Rwandan people. This is the National History Museum, also known as the Kent House. It was built in 1907 and is one of the historical buildings still standing. The museum is home of the history and richness of Rwanda's nature, showcases many specimens and replica of the natural wonders of the country. This is one of the 8 museums in Rwanda. It was named after Dr. Richard Kant, a German doctor and explorer, who embarked on exploration of Rwanda in 1897, searching for the source of the River Nile. In this episode, we find out how much has been invested to preserve this beautiful heritage and find out whether the money paid to tour these places is worth it.
Here in the museums we've done a lot, but nowhere near of what we should do. Cultural heritage museums in Rwanda, for me, is an investment.
Before 1994, there was only one museum in Rwanda. This was called the National Museum of Rwanda, located in former Butare province, a then colonial capital. This is now Huye district in southern province. However, the number of museums have grown from 1 to 8 museums currently. The government of Rwanda decided to refocus on the importance of museums and heritage sites by establishing the Institute of National Museums of Rwanda, INMR, as a way of preserving these historical values and aspects. According to Mr. Alphonse Mulisa, the Director General of INMR, the revival of museums is intended to preserve this rich past as a way of promoting tourism, a sense of identity, create awareness of who Rwandans actually are, and to have fun. But then, why the change in touring fee to the museums at this crucial moment of museum revival?
Because we have to conserve it. Remember, it's not about business. We don't make money. Our job is to conserve, to protect, to valorize, to educate. So we conserve these places so that people can take advantage of visiting them, the advantage of the peace we have. So putting a price on these things is also to let people understand the word agaciro. The agaciro must also be given to these heritage sites.
Rwanda has more than 300 heritage sites, according to the management of museums, and National Art Gallery is one of them. Originally built as a palace for King Mutara Rudahigwa III, this museum displays contemporary Rwandan artwork which testifies to the originality of the Rwandan creativity. This museum is located in Nyanza district, about 85 kilometers from Kigali city.
The building was built before the king, Mutara Wagatatu Rudahigwa III. I think regarding his history, you can visit the historical museum in Rukari. But briefly, this building was just built for the king, and he died just before, in 1959, before the opening, but the building was already finished. Our visitors, we have different categories of visitors. We have the kids and the students. They pay 500 francs, adults, Rwandan adults, they pay 1,000 Rwandan francs, and East Africans and CPGL, they pay 3,000 Rwandan francs. And we have also international visitors, but those residents, they pay 5,000 Rwandan francs, and the international visitors, tourists coming from abroad, they pay 6,000 Rwandan francs.
This place is based in Nyanza, south of Kigali city. This was a residence of King Mutara III Rudahigwa, and the replica of how royal palace was traditionally built. It is an impressive museum made entirely with traditional materials.
As I may say, if someone visited this place in 2010 or 2009, there were very many things that were not here. And those things are like the cows came in 2010, December, so the person is likely to come and visit them. It is an additional thing he or she did not see. And like that modern Paris up there where Mutara stayed, there were few writings and few photos, but now we added in more and more translations from Kinyarwanda to French, then to English, 3 languages at a go. So I think it is the reason as to why prices were increased.
The Presidential Museum in Kanombe is another historical place. 2 presidents lived here. This area, commonly known as Mulindi W'Intwari, was a strategic command post of the Rwanda Patriotic Front (RPF) during the liberation struggle. The Institute of National Museum of Rwanda has moved to increase the number of tourism products after launching new museums, but this has also come with the increase in touring fees. Is it worth it? Tourists tell us what they feel.
6,000 is fine for a Muzungu. It's not too expensive, yeah. Other museums around the world that I've been to, I've traveled a lot, you pay usually a lot more than that to get into a museum.
We went to the Princess Palace. This one is a nice overall view of everything, which is nice. The displays are fantastic, and the guide is very entertaining and informative.
It's worth it?
It's very worth it, yeah.
The new strategy and the agenda of INMR shows that there are so far signs of progress to attain this goal. Why not give it a try and explore what the beauty of Rwanda has to offer?